Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm John with Monster Transmission. Today I'm in our dyno testing area, and we're going to be continuing our conversation with Dave Ankin from ToyMakerz about Monster Transmission and what we do here. Let's take a look. All right, welcome to Monster Transmission Performance. I'm John, and this is Bobby.
What's up?
And we're here with Dave Ankin and Brayden Ankin from ToyMakerz and Team Gearhead. I think the biggest thing too that kind of sets us apart, there's a lot of companies out there, not just custom ones, but a lot of the OEM, even large scale guys that do 1,000 transmissions a week. You mentioned coolers. Most of them, if you don't change out the cooler on a specific, especially like Fords, they won't warranty it. If you don't take it to a certified, ATRA approved mechanic, they won't approve it, or whatever's in their network. We still hold, and we still want to be the
family brand.
The family brand that
can go in the backyard and install the transmission himself with his son and still have an experience like this.
I have sent dozens and dozens of people here to your facility. People, you can just go there, man. Go there. I'm telling you, good people, and you are your family. He was excited to come. He was up before I was this morning, because he's heard me talk about this place so much. What you do for the community, what you do for the industry, and for the everyday guy trying to save $1, really. Trying to get the best product you can get and be as better or better than what you would get somewhere else. And I'm not knocking anybody, okay? But you can get a better product and know what you have for a better price. All you gotta do is but you gotta do the legwork. You can't think you know.
Yeah.
You guys give the information, so you can know.
Yeah.
You just gotta chase the information.
You mentioned Danny. He once it goes over a certain horsepower, he's a stickler. I want a spec sheet. If you have a dyno test or run on it, we need to know. If you
gotta tell me. I deal with Danny all the time. First thing I saw today was Danny. Danny is a stickler, but he also understands if you're running 1,500 horsepower, he knows what his converters have to deal with.
Yeah.
So he does, and he wants to know, and he wants to know what you're going to do with it. I call it the karate chop. That first time I met him, he was grumping about, you can't do that. That's karate chop.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I'm going to do it, Danny. No, you're not. I said, I am. He goes, you're not. 2 hours. Well, I've been thinking about it. Maybe. and we're back. But I'm talking about that transmission. That transmission has lived. I've had that transmission 3 years. And I pound on that transmission and done nothing but fluid changes. I do fluid changes all the time. It's about time for a rebuild. But if I get 3 years out of a transmission, you're doing something wrong. So anyway, I love Dan. Danny's awesome.
Yeah. So I think from what we can take away today, for the average consumer that's out there that's looking to buy a transmission, it's very important to be completely honest, upfront about what your end game is for the vehicle, what the application is for the vehicle. To give us more information, the better. Never hold back on, I may throw a supercharger on it next year, but I don't know.
Nitrous and supercharger makes a big difference in power.
It's
what
huge.
We build, guys.
Exactly.
Instant and build-up power is two different
Yeah. So, and then of course, some of the other things that we touched on, proper installation, making sure stop if you get to a point where you have a question, do the research, call and ask.
Because the information is there.
It is. It's there. Yeah. And trust me, for us, and people don't realize that, they think we want to turn and burn transmissions, but it doesn't do us any good for a transmission to come back within the 3 years of the warranty or whatever the warranty is. So the last thing we want to do is have the transmission ever come back or fail in that vehicle.
Go and be home forever.
Exactly. And so, and again, doing this for close to 19 years and hundreds of thousands of clients over the years, we have grown family brand to a pretty awesome thing, and we're proud of it. But with that, a small percentage is still a lot of people. So all we can do is try to help them out one by one. And we listen to everything that's posted on social media. We read, we dig into, we look at the research, what happened. We try to respond to every single one of them.
What could we do better if there's something we did wrong? I mean, we always want to perfect every day, trying to get better every single day.
Yeah, and that's, as the years go, like one last thing before closing. you know, the best thing we could do at the time years ago was test them in a vehicle.
Yes.
Right, because that was real life. We're in Florida. It's hot all the time, so you're getting up to temperature. You know, we have all that testing. We did. Finally, the technology caught up, and we were able to buy this dyno that can test all of our old stuff, and it's programmable to be able to test the 8 and 10 speed stuff that's coming out. So,
and it really is, it's state of the art. I mean, you put the transmission on it and run it through the paces, so it's truly dyno tested before it leaves. That's a home run. I mean, it really is.
It is, and you know, like I said, all those are documented. All those tests are documented with the order.
For shift kits, scripted for these performance.
Oh yeah.
They're not just.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention that.
It's not a factory dyno. These things are scripted to take high pressure. They're scripted to take performance actual transmission. So it's actually custom to us in here what we do for that.
Yeah, because we can build a 4L60 5 different ways, you know, for different applications. So I think that, you know, the big takeaway is everybody that is watching this and is thinking about, you know, or have used this before, being honest and upfront with us. Let us know what you're doing. You know, we are who we are.
And just talk through the problem. Because honestly, I've never had a problem where we couldn't get through it. Because honestly, it doesn't matter for all of us. It doesn't matter what the problem is. We just got to get a solution so we can move forward. Yeah, nothing but solutions. That's exactly right.
So Dave, Brayden, appreciate you guys coming out. If you guys want to tell us a little bit more about how they can hear about.
You know, we've been very blessed. We're in year 4. You know, we're on the History Channel. We're doing season 4 of ToyMakerz, you know, which is, you know, ToyMakerz with a Z. We got a new digital series coming out called The Fast Society, which is going to be a lot of fun. So it's us being actors. Dean Cain is the bad guy. He played Superman. It's a lot of fun.
Superman's the bad guy.
Yeah, so Superman, of course, everybody knows I played Batman back in the day, and he played Superman. So it's fun that we get to go back and he gets to be the bad guy.
The real Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. But he's a great guy, and it's fun to watch him. So that'll be The Fast Society coming out. We got the first episode done. And then Brayden, of course, he's doing his own thing. He's got his drift car built, and he wants to bring it out here to the drift pad now, and he's going into drag racing this next year, the new radio racing 235 class. So he's ready to build his automatic transmission. So, but you know, it's a lot of fun. He's on Team Gearheads, is that right? Team Gearheads with a Z.
With a Z.
And then, of course, Real Brayden Ankin, I think, is his. But he's, you know, it's a blessing to have my son growing up like I grew up with my father. My father, you know, my grandfather was at Packard and Studebaker. So same thing here, family oriented. You know, you see Grandpa running around, then you got Achilles, you got you guys, family. And then the weekends with it, we're blessed. So, you know, all the typical social media platforms and look us up, and we're usually here at big events. So come out and check us out right here at Leadfoot City.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for coming out. For Bobby and myself, Monster Transmission Performance, we thank you guys for joining us. And again, check us out, monstertransmissionperformance.com, and of course, all the social media and YouTube. Check us there. Thank you so much for joining us.